is the host of Dolly Vision on YouTube. Check it out, folks. He travels around the country covering all types of cases like this.
What is up, my beautiful people? It is your boy Dolly back in the house again. As you can see by the title, the baby bump is this little girl, Maddie, possibly pregnant. That's what we're going to be talking about here today on Dolly Vision. But of course, if you're just tuning in, leave your DNA on the like button just in case somebody offs you. We have your DNA on file. Okay. So there's 848. Damn, there's a lot of you jumped in the room so quick. So I've just been, I've been going over all the comments. I've been trying to comment everybody back today. It's been a ton of you guys. I know this is a crazy topic. Trigger warning for some people, because we're talking about a young child here and some of the possibilities. And a lot of people seem to think this. Okay, that's why I wanted to discuss it today. Now, we have not got no autopsy results back, no reports from the coroner to show the cause of death. We were speaking about that last night. And I know some people have a hard time with that because this is a small child. She has a family. She's loved. We understand that. But we do discuss things here. There is news, as far as news of no official charges, right? No official charges on suspected killer. Right now, he's just suspected, alleged, okay? Stephan Sterns. But I believe truly those charges are coming soon as this autopsy comes back, coroner results come back, and so many people think this little girl is possibly pregnant. Now, I don't know. When I see her pictures, she just looks like a kid growing up to me. But a lot of people seem to think from the time if you look at her earlier pictures, she was so much slimmer and she's way more filled out now. Okay. Now I'm not a woman, of course. But there's certain ages that you start to grow up, puberty. You start to fill out and do these things. And it's a natural occurrence. Don't always mean that you're pregnant. Okay. It don't always, but we do know so many people going, Dolly, she's starting to get bigger. We know she was having relations with this grown man, and now he's done unalived her. What do you think the motive is? And I have a hard time arguing that because it's something so solid that it would create a motive. And are we seeing delays in coroner reports and things because there's the possibility that we're going to go into a video where you can see the picture, and I'm looking at the picture and she does look a little bit thicker. But look, I don't want to talk about women's body, one, because my viewers are women. This could be a couple just, she's going through her face. I'll say it like this. When I was young, I was chunky. I was like a little Pillsbury doughboy. Okay. And then I went through a phase where I got really skinny. I'm talking like crackhead skinny. And that was that, puberty phase where all the fat overnight was gone. I was thin, lean, mean, fighting machine. You know what I'm saying? So your body goes through these changes. And then, I got lazy. Now I'm getting a little chubby again because PJ's been feeding me. But I think it might be just, let's just say it like this, good eating, right? When you eat good, you got a little belly, right? So is it just, she was eating good. Her body is going through natural changes. And this is just people, and mostly this is coming from women, right? A lot of women seem to think this. I never thought this in the beginning. I think the first person that called in with it, I think it was Rose from Virginia. And I was thinking, wow, because Rose usually don't make any kind of sense. Nothing against you, Rose. Love you to death, right? But usually she ain't making any kind of sense. But I was thinking, that may make a little sense. That this would give him a reason. You can't hide that for very long. And he's been doing this for so long. Now, I don't know if he was having protected, just in case, or if he was doing whatever he would. I don't even want to discuss that because that's gross. It's absolutely damn gross. But the thing is motive. Why would he kill the girl? Some people could say, well, she was going to talk. Well, what made him think she wasn't going to talk at 11? What made him think she wasn't going to talk at 12? What is 13, the magic talking number? So we got to have some motive because people don't just unalive you for no reason. So I'm trying to figure out the motive, and the closest thing that people hit me with theories that everybody seems to want to discuss is this possibility. Now, this is not confirmed that this is the case. I want everybody to understand that is watching. There's no evidence out there that says this little girl is having a baby or was going to have a baby. Not yet. So many experts and people that are way smarter than dumbass Dolly seem to think there's charges coming on this lady. I don't know. I haven't heard anything leaked yet as far as that. But why the delay? We knew pretty quickly how Audrey Cunningham died. Stephen McDougal, Texas police, really open, right? Once the dude got better from that what he was sick from, the flu or whatever, he came out, he cleared everything up. He's like, look, I've been sick. I couldn't talk for days, but they were real transparent in that case. So in the Audrey Cunningham situation, preliminary autopsies, we learned that she was, trigger warning, guys, she was blunt force trauma. That's the best way to say it. Blunt force trauma to the head, and most likely it was probably with this rock that she was tied to and tossed into the river. But the police were really open. You know, okay, guys, we're going to give this internet issue a second to clear up, because every time I go to talk, it cuts off and then it goes black on my screen. So let's give it 1 second. Let me hit my coffee. You guys like the video, okay? Real quickly, like the video. I should be back now. Just a second to like the video. I think this internet issue is on my end. So just give it 1 second. It should clear up. It gives you time to like the video. All right. And like I said, I got a video I'm going to pull up to watch. We're going to open the phone lines. I want to hear from you people today. Let's hear from everybody. What do y'all think about the possibility of this? Happy Friday to you. I see you guys out in the chat. So hopefully everything clears up with the internet. We don't have any issues. I know it froze for a lot of people because I've seen a lot of people are leaving. Okay. But don't worry, guys. It's going to work. The kinks will work itself back out. We'll be good to go in just a minute. It's just the time of day that it is. So let's jump over into this. Let me share the screen real fast.
New phase in her life, becoming a teenager. There was a party, but her mother, Jen Soto, could not make it. But her mother's live-in boyfriend was there, Stephan Sterns, a man.
Now, he looks a little more creepy in that picture right there, I have to say.
Not married. The next day, Jen and Stephan say Stephan gave Madeline a ride to school. They also say Madeline was embarrassed and did not want to get dropped off in front of the school, so she was dropped off at a church parking lot less than half a mile away. That's the last time they say anyone had contact with her. Investigators say the evidence paints a much different picture. They claim they have evidence of Sterns dumping Madeline's laptop and backpack in a dumpster and have images of Madeline dead inside Sterns' car.
I told you guys that. Remember that? I said, look, they have the video of her dead in the car. Not only that, but they have video of him carrying her out to the car. How do you think they got this video? they can't just have her in the car. They got the whole thing. Him leaving the apartment, him throwing this stuff away, him carrying her to the car, him putting her in the car. That's why in the beginning they knew she was in the car. That's why they said they believed that she was deceased. Because why wouldn't she walk to the car? Why would he have to carry her to the car if she was asleep? So that's how they determined she was deceased. That's my belief anyway. And look at this picture. Okay, this is the picture that everybody's talking about. This is what what the title is about. This picture right here. Now, me, I look at her and I just see it's a young lady maturing. I can't really say that by this picture she looks pregnant. Okay. Does she appear to have a little bump? I don't know if that's shadow. I mean, not being there, you really can't tell because, you know, pictures ain't real life. Okay. Just closely. So you really can't tell because it's a dress, you know. I can't tell. But a lot of you guys are saying there's a bump. And Dolly, what about the baby? You know, and I'm like, I don't know. I pray to God that ain't the case, but it would give this creepo a motive. See, Smoke's like me. I'm a dude. Smoke says no pregno. See, I look at it and I don't know, right? Because as a man, you know, she could just be a little chubby. You know, there ain't nothing wrong being chubby. It's beautiful. You know, I'm chubby. Sometimes I'm getting a little skinny. I need to eat. I gotta eat. Okay. So, you know, I ain't trying to body judge nobody. I know when, you know, he threw her out like trash underneath some trees, just yards away from the street. He didn't really try to hide her body. Nothing like trigger warning, guys. Trigger. Because I know some of you got triggered. Some people were getting triggered by the title. Writing me, Dolly, the title's crazy, right? But this is what people are saying. If you don't think people are saying this, go read my comments. Okay, because I had to read them. And I was shocked by how many people seem to think this is true. And this is why we're going to open up the phone lines. Give me a second. Let me open them now. All right, let me refresh this. The phone lines are open. If you believe this may be the case, go ahead and hit that phone line. If you don't think it's the case, hit the phone line. Tell me, hey, nah, Dolly, you know, you're tripping. She looks like a normal kid. I don't see it. Okay. Dolly,
Doug from Tennessee.
what's up, Doug?
It's hard to say if the little girl's pregnant. I got a feeling the reason he done it, because he's tied up in that Grady Judd's sex ring there, and he might have been sex trafficking that little girl.
He might have been tied into the Juddy ring. Oh yeah, they did bust a bunch of people down there just recently.
Yes, and I believe that's how they were making some money.
You think they were making
them
videos?
Them perverts selling videos.
I don't know. That's terrible to even think. But he recorded it for some reason. I mean, if you're going to record it, there's a reason. You're either going to for yourself or you're going to distribute it.
I say they were distributing, and that's the reason he had to get rid of her, because her face is going to come up all over the internet.
Yeah, but if it did that, then they would be in trouble anyway, wouldn't they? It would still all come back on them like it has.
Yeah, but they didn't think they were going to get caught. They ain't that smart.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, criminals ain't the smartest people. All right, Doug, you be good.
Hey, one thing.
Yeah.
When you met that guy the other day in the bathroom, and he said, "Excuse me," you should have said, "There's no excuse for you."
I should have, but I kind of froze up. And how often do you bump into somebody like that? Like, boom, I bumped right into him.
I couldn't react to opportunity. I would have had to took it.
I don't know. I just think in my mind, my first thing was, I don't need to go to jail. You know,
he shoved me
in the right world. Yeah,
you get it.
Yeah, but he's just not by me. You know, I'm trying to be a good person in this
Big
world.
Bubba colony.
Yeah, there's somebody out there for him. He'll bump into somebody else in the bathroom and it won't be Dolly.
Yeah, there you go, brother.
You know,
Goodbye.
Yeah, that dude, you know, what he did to his baby is unthinkable, but I bumped right into him in the bathroom. Like, what was it, yesterday in court? But look, two wrongs don't make a right. Me doing something to that man don't make, you know, and I ain't that person. 10 years ago, he would have bumped into me. It'd have been a little bit different. Dolly.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's my first time to ever talk to you or watch your show, your program.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
I don't really know what I'm watching, if it's like going on right now.
Yes, it's happening right now. We're live right now. You're on a call with me with 1,500 people listening.
Okay. So, I think the mother is guilty.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'd like to really be able to spend some time with that mother. One mother to another mother.
Yeah. What do you think about what we're discussing as far as the possibility that this girl could be pregnant? And like, people are judging by this picture right here with her in the dress. I mean, I don't see it. What do you think as a woman?
Well, you know, sometimes some people don't even show that they're pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's quite possible, because why would you end it when you've been doing this to this child?
That was my question. Like, he had to have some reason to go, okay, today's the day, you know?
Exactly.
So that leads me to the possibility that Rose, when she first called in about it, she may have been on to something.
Exactly. Because why would he just end it when he's been doing this for a long time? You know, and that mother had to know. You know, God gives us a gift of intuition.
Yeah.
Okay? That mother had to know. And I'm just really, I just don't really know what to think, because we're in a pandemic, like, you know, with all of our children seem like they're in danger.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Livingston, Texas.
I mean, a lady just sent me this shirt yesterday. It says, children don't just disappear. Can y'all see that? So awesome shirt. And thank you so much for sending me the shirt. I'm wearing it now. So the lady sent it to me. They don't. Kids just don't disappear. Something has to happen to them. UFOs ain't grabbing.
You know, it's just crazy. This is happening too often.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got to do something. We got to get stricter. We got to do something where if you mess with one of our children, we're going to mess with you.
Definitely. And people got to get to really know their kids. I think a lot of this stuff can be avoided if you just sit down occasionally and talk with your child. And you should know your child well enough to know when they're upset, something's bothering them, something got them bad, they're happy. You should know these emotions.
But you know what? A lot of people use these game systems as their babysitter, the cell phones as their babysitters. You know, they need to take some of these devices away, limit the times that they are on devices, and spend some quality time with their child.
I agree 100% with that. And I swear a lot of this would change. A lot of these things would change if people, but you know, I do blame society that people have to work their damn ass off to survive, and they don't have as much time with their kids.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm a single parent. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I've had 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. My youngest one just turned 18. Okay. We live in a nice home. I own 2 vehicles, nice vehicles. I don't go to work until she goes to school. I take her to school.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I've never bought her a PlayStation or anything like that. Okay. I'm mother and father. Okay.
I got you. That's how I was raised, just by my mom.
And so, I mean, it's a cop out when, you know, because like I said, I don't get food stamps. I don't get any kind of government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I do everything myself. Okay. And like I said, I didn't put my child in daycare. I didn't do anything like that. You know, I was 100%. I'm 100%. You know, like I said, mom and dad, and we don't live in a bummy house. We don't have bummy stuff. You know, God is good, and like I said, I've always been a very active in my children's lives.
Yeah, but some people, you know, they're not dealt the same hand, and they're grinding, and I can understand it a little bit. Is what I'm saying is trying to survive in a hard world and still having, you know, the parent. You've done a good job at that, you know, but some people,
you know, I've never had nobody hand anything to me. You know, I work my butt off, but like I said, you know, our children, we're hearing this too much. It's happening too damn much. You know, maybe they should limit where your child goes. You know, the children don't ask to be born. We bring them into this world.
Exactly. If you don't want to have a kid, you shouldn't be out there having kids. There's so many ways to prevent having children that it's almost like you're purposely doing it.
Exactly. So I'm not going to hold you up, but like I said, we need to get tougher with everything. You know, like you mess with our child, then we're going to mess with you.
Definitely.
You know?
I agree with that. You be good. You stay safe.
Okay, you too. Bye.
All right. Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello.
This is AC from Tennessee.
Hey, AC.
This little, oh gosh, this woman, as a mother, and I'm a mother of 2 children, and one of my children is a girl. I cannot comprehend how this lady did not know something was going on with her child.
Yeah, I agree with you. Can you give me 1 second? Hey, chat, if you're calling, look, I want this for the chat room. Chat room, if you're watching the show, guys, if you're all watching the show and y'all hear me talking on the phone, when I hang up the phone, give it 30 seconds and call. Okay, because that's how much of delay there is. So if you hear me on the phone, there's no way I can take your call. So if you just wait 30 seconds after I end the call and call in, you'll get it every time. Okay, so just calling in, you're like whoever's calling right now. See, I can't take your call if I'm talking to the young lady that's on the phone. So I'm just trying to give y'all a tip to how to get through. Okay, I'm back to you. I agree with you that this mother had to have known.
Well, and not to get too detailed with it, if she was doing her daughter's laundry and her bed sheets, she had to notice something, and in the child's behavior, this woman knows something.
That's where I would say I wouldn't know as far as changing the sheets and stuff because my baby mama always did that for my daughter.
Well, as a mother and a female doing her laundry and her sheets, you're going to see that.
Yeah.
And you're going to notice unless this woman was
just totally
disconnected from this child, you're going to notice a child's behavior. You're going to know this woman knows something.
Yes. What do you think? Okay, as a lady, from this picture we've been viewing, because this is the picture that everybody's going crazy about that thinks she's pregnant. Do you think there's a possibility, or do you think that, you know, she's just maturing?
Looking at the 2 pictures, there's, you know, hormones play a big role in a young girl, especially around age 13.
That's what I was thinking.
It could either just be her natural hormones, her body changing, or she could be. And kind of what gets me is the way she's standing and her face. Her face is, now, if it was just to me, in my opinion, just natural hormones and the little girl's developing, but her face looks full and she's standing a certain way. I mean, I don't want to put that on that child, but you don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And to let you know, I grew up 8 miles from Summer Wells.
Oh, Lord, glad you didn't go missing.
These people are just sick.
Yeah,
they're sick.
Yeah, that. So you're from the hollers of Tennessee down there, Hawkinsville, huh?
I am from the hollers of Tennessee, right across the hill from Little Miss Summer. These parents of these children, they don't need some damn second chances. Look how many children them people lost.
Oh yeah, they lost a lot of kids. The Wells family lost a lot of kids. I think she had 11 kids total. She lost all her kids and all the dogs. Okay, they even lost the pets. It's hard to lose all your kids and the pets. Okay, poor doggies, poor kids. At least the boys have a fighting chance. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, I just don't. With their backgrounds and what happened with their previous children, they should have been locked up long enough to where they couldn't have popped out no more babies.
I mean, I know, you know, I think all the hills and hollers in Tennessee know. But apparently the Hawkinsville police don't know. TBI.
They don't know shit. They couldn't find a turd in an outhouse.
I mean, everybody on the whole planet seems to know what happened to that baby. And the police are like,
yes,
huh? You know what I'm saying? They hit you with the Scooby-Doo. Oh. Yes, hey, I appreciate you calling.
Thank you.
Peace. And I'm sure most of you guys, there's 2,000 of it here. If you don't know the story of Little Summer Wells and you into true crime, oh my God, I don't want to put it on you because it's like a magical portal. If you don't know about Summer Wells, as soon as you know, you will fall into a rabbit hole that will lead you to 110 Ben Hill Road in the hollers of Tennessee. It's like Alice in Wonderland if it was in a trailer park with the scummiest meth heads that you could find. Okay, so if you don't know about it, stay away from it. It's a dangerous place. Okay, Dolly spent a year and a half walking those hills, and you don't want to do it. Okay, you don't want. I'm going to save you the misery. Dolly. Yeah, I seen that. What's good with your hood?
Hey, what's up in the hood?
Same old, same old.
All right. So in that picture, with the dress she's wearing, I see ruffles kind of in the front.
Yeah.
And a lot of times women buy dresses with little ruffles in the front because it hides the stomach.
Okay. So you think she's but could that just be a natural little belly, you know, like I ate a good steak the other day and it kind of, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't think you ate a steak on your birthday, but I think that she got morning sickness, and that mother said she saw her that morning getting dressed. I think that mother realized she had morning sickness.
I think in my baby's mama, the first thing I noticed getting bigger on her was her boobs.
Right.
You know, but I don't know if all women are the same, you know, but that was one of the first things because my baby's mama was real skinny. She's a skinny chick. And, but I noticed her boobs were getting big before I noticed in her belly. And she was a skinny girl, you know, and she wasn't really showing in the very beginning. Then all of a sudden she blew up like looked like she swallowed a whole basketball, like one of those beach balls that you like play with at the beach. It looked like she blew up huge.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that she was that far along, but I do believe that she missed her menstrual and she probably was getting morning sickness. I believe he was trapped and the mom knew it. And she was jealous of her daughter.
Think so?
Because, I believe so. Because remember, they worked together, like he had his place. And why did she call him to come pick her up when she said, oh, I'm going to sleep in? But yet she said, I saw her getting dressed that morning.
I know, completely lied. And, you know, she told that to the authorities. I mean, that's lying to authorities. That's a charge, but they haven't charged her. But there's a lot of people that are thinking that the mother may be brought up on charges. As far as me, I don't know. I can't tell if the girl is, you know, I just know that people have been bringing it to my attention, bringing it. And I don't know if Rose started like a trend of it where everybody was like, boom, maybe Rose is right. And everybody started saying it. But like, I don't know. I just know at that age, you're going to go through a lot of changes. Your body's going to change. That don't necessarily mean that you're like pregnant. But I guess in a few days, all this speculation in anyway, we'll get some results that come back and determine what has killed this young lady. Because some people believe that she's been drugged, and I'm like,
so I have a speculation about that. I believe the mother who was supposedly sleeping in, quote, I believe that Maddie was probably getting sick, and her mother got up. That's why she said, "Oh, I saw her getting dressed." She probably gave her, quote, medicine for, throwing up, but Stephan and Jen had a plan that there's no way out of this. We'll both get in trouble if she's pregnant. They were trapped. That's the only thing I can come up with. There's no need for him to kill her because he's getting his thrills from her. And the mother was compliant as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
in my
people
opinion.
seem to believe, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, so Dolly don't get sued.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's
And why did she
I ain't gonna say it's impossible.
Why did she call him to come over to take her to school when she always took him? The one time she called.
And why did she want to run away at 13? Why did she pick that? You know what I'm saying? Why did she start saying that at 12 years old? I'm going to be gone when I'm 13. Was she going to possibly just take off? And I don't get, most kids at 13 don't want to run away from their mothers.
Yeah, I don't believe.
Unless they're being
I don't believe she wrote that.
You think
I don't believe she wrote that.
You think that was an alibi that they wrote so they could say this girl ran off?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard people come in with that theory that he may have put that in there or she may have put it in there. So when she disappeared, they would think she ran off and they'd be searching for a kid they never found. But in that,
right.
But here's my problem with that is he didn't really try to hide the body like talking about it. He did go dump it in an area that wasn't a lot of people in some trees, but he didn't bury the body. He didn't try to cover the body. And he had to know that would be discovered because in areas like this, there's buzzards. And as soon as them buzzards would have started to roam and people riding four-wheelers and stuff like that, they would have found that body.
Right. Well, she was covered with hay.
Where are you hearing she was covered with hay?
That was her. She was kind of covered with hay. My thing is, he drove in there, and then that's how his tires got messed up. And then that was his, place to, let me just change a tire. And then he hit her body there.
Yeah. I don't know what them bushes are called that he drug her up in, what kind of bushes they are. They're really tall bushes, but yeah, with the little, he drug her up into the first set of rows of them because you can tell if you watch Gray Hughes's video and then you compare the picture that the sheriff released accidentally, this horrible ass picture that he released.
Right.
The location, I believe Gray is right. I believe he is 100% right about the location of where they found this little girl. It matches almost identically with his lineup. So he did a really good job on that. So yeah, he just threw her out there. Like he didn't try to drag her too far from the street. I'm assuming at 13 years old, she's still probably pretty heavy, dead weight, trigger warning people.
Right.
So he really didn't like try to bury her. He just probably drug her out there and ran and jumped back in the car real quick and took off.
At that point, he was running out of time. Where is this guy? people would drive up and go, "You need help with a tire," or he needed to hurry up and get rid of her.
Yeah.
My thing is, she had on jeans.
Yeah, and the mother said she was wearing shorts and stuff. So, little Dub, thank you so much. Love you, PJ. Hold on, let me read this. Sorry, Bam. And Jory, thanks for all you both of you do. Thank you, little Dub. That's so nice of you. Yeah, there was inconsistent statements with the mother, about what she was wearing, when she seen her. And so many people think she turned a blind eye to this. There's so many people that think this little girl may be, pregnant, which I don't know. I can't tell, I really can't. That's hard to tell by just looking at somebody, I think, unless they're like 6 to 9 months pregnant. Then usually I can tell, but usually I won't even say congratulations because I would hate to walk up to a woman and be wrong. Okay. And be like, hey, congratulations on your baby. She'd be like, I ain't pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're getting stabbed in the neck.
Right.
Be like,
I think that she was just recently pregnant, and they found out, and they knew that they were trapped. Both of them would get in trouble, so they had to come up with a plan. And the mother was like, okay, you need to pick her up and take her to school.
Yeah, there was a lot of red flags in it because there's a lot of rumors going around, a lot of speculation, but I had originally heard that, they've been dating for 7 years. And when they would split up, she would take the kid over there. Like he had visitation rights to a kid that ain't his. And to me, if that ain't a huge red flag, I don't know what is. So, hey, look, I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate you, Dolly. 757 in the house.
All right, peace. So, guys, yeah, let me know. What do you think? This picture, like, it's hard to tell. Hey, I couldn't say. Dolly. Yes.
It's Donna from Myrtle Beach.
Hey, Donna, how's it going?
It's going good. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about this little girl and her body image.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. I was abused, and I've told no one. I've told no one in my family. No one knows. I was abused from younger than kindergarten. I had a great family. They would all swear they protected me. It can happen without a parent knowing. Not that they all sleep together like the rumors know.
Yeah.
But it can happen without an entire family knowing.
But would you say anybody in your family knew?
No one knew.
Oh. So
no one knew.
And
the only reason I got it to stop was on my 12th birthday, I started my period. That's the only reason it stopped.
Because the person was scared.
That this is what
it
could be what happened with her. She could have just started her period. And he didn't want to take that chance. And that's the only reason it stopped for me. And that could be for him. And she could be pregnant. That's true. She could be fat in the picture, as people are saying. But I hate the body image thing. She could be bloated from a period.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
She's hormonal, especially being sexually active.
And that age, I would think that the age she's going into womanhood and
absolutely.
Her body's
and
changing anyway.
What if she tried to get fat to make it stop? What if she wanted to gain weight to try to make it stop?
She definitely wanted out of the house if the message is right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She wanted
and maybe she thought maybe if I gain weight, he won't want me.
Yeah.
Maybe she tried to gain weight.
Yeah.
But that's a whole bunch of different
Or
things.
maybe he didn't, she wasn't desirable to him no more at that. Maybe he liked, I hate to say it, younger.
Exactly. And I think that's what happened with me and my abuser. And the period made
They
me
don't
a
want a woman. They don't want a woman.
Exactly. And so, the weight gain is all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean she was pregnant, but she could have been.
Yeah. And I hope that ain't the case, because that makes it even more terrible. I just think with the delays and, a lot of people saying with her being a minor, we ain't going to find out anyway, the autopsy results or any of that. But I think most of that stuff ends up leaking out anyway.
It's going to leak out, especially if she was pregnant, then that'd be another death. That'd be another.
Yeah. And they haven't charged him yet, right? They haven't charged him. Do you think that would definitely be a hiccup if she's, that
could be what they're waiting on.
Yeah. Toxicology, different things. I believe so. And that, why charge him? He's not going anywhere on the charges they got him on.
Exactly. And why not be a great detective and get everything you can?
Every single thing. Take your time, get it all. Yeah. So I think they got a slam dunk already, but what more do you need? But I'm sure they got him, and they got him quick. He's off the street. So they did a great job of, recovering her, getting him into custody quick. And even Texas did a great job with Audrey Cunningham. I mean, I know it's a terrible things have been happening, but our police forces have been doing a great job handling them. I have to say that.
Sometimes there's a reason to wait. Now, Summer Wells is a different story, but sometimes there's a reason for them to be patient and dig deeper and get more information.
Yeah, well, Summer Wells, they've been waiting way too damn long. That case is going ice cold.
Absolutely. I'm afraid. Absolutely.
That poor baby didn't stand a chance. That's my opinion. She didn't stand a chance. She was born into the fucking something way worse than Jerry Springer. They ain't got a show for the shit that goes on in them hollers. That's all I can say. We don't even, Jerry be like, I ain't even letting that shit's too trashy for my show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not Dr. Phil. Not Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil let anybody up there.
Yeah, he'll get anything. He didn't do much with him though. He hasn't even.
He didn't know what to do. He looked shocked. He was like,
it hasn't even been any Dr. Phil shows. What's happening with Summer Wells now?
There ain't been no recaps on that. That's for sure.
Well, Dolly, while I have you, before you let me go, we're going to change the subject if you don't mind. I got a couple questions for you.
Okay, fire them off.
Okay, now I know you gave Granny Bassmaster the name.
Yes.
But what does it mean?
Oh, Granny Bassmaster. I don't know if you've ever seen the creator, Ed Bassmaster. He does these characters, and he has this one character that goes, just look at it. Will you look at it? Just look at it. That's all he says. But he gets people, like he'll go up to look at a car. He'll start pointing stuff out and be like, just look at it. Will you look at it?
I think I heard of that.
Right? And he does these skits. And when Granny called in, she kept saying, will you just look at this? She kept saying something similar to Ed Bassmaster. So I started calling her Granny Bassmaster.
That's awesome. I knew you gave it to her.
That's where the name, I've named so many people on the internet, and everybody keeps the names. Everybody uses it. Everybody knows them as that. I've gave so many people their names.
I know she uses it everywhere. And I've got 2 more questions on Granny real fast.
Okay.
What does top notch mean? She tells you what's your top notch.
Watch your back.
Oh, okay.
Cover your ass. It means that.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's better than something I could have been thinking about.
Yeah.
And where's she from?
I believe Granny is from Bama. I think Bama. I might be wrong. She's in the chat.
She's got a good Southern accent. Yeah.
I think she's from Bama. I could be wrong.
Well, thank you, Dolly. She's one of my favorite characters, and I've been wanting to ask those questions.
Okay. You have a good one.
All right.
All right. Peace.
See ya.
Yeah, Granny Bassmaster, she has her opinions strongly. And Granny's like me, but a little bit tougher. For love. Dolly. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I got through.
You did it.
Hi, I'm calling from actually near like where things happened, I guess.
Okay, so I take it Florida?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So really kind of weird. I was following the case just on my own, like thinking, oh, I know where this is. Let me repost it, on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll find her. Maybe she ran off, but obviously we found out like everything that happened, right? So it's just really weird because where I work, like I know people that worked with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
where at
telling me,
Disney, or did it work with him in? Because I know he worked real estate for a little while with his parents, and allegedly he worked for Disney as a. Some people say it was Goofy, but the picture I seen of him, he wasn't working as Goofy. He worked as like a ticket attender.
so he worked at Disney
At some point.
Yeah, because like even I'm part of a Facebook group that's looking into the case, and they posted there a video of him like at one of the rides, like an actual video of him standing at the entrance of the ride.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was like a ticket dude. He wasn't like a character where he was like interacting.
He worked in attractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so the people that I know that worked with him in the past are just like shocked because they're like, oh my God, he didn't seem like that kind of guy. He was just kind of like quiet. Like I never got a creepy vibe.
Yeah, I heard he was a smoker, and usually smokers are pretty chill. But here's the thing: these monsters, they put on a good mask. If you look at any monster over the history of time, most of them wore a mask. I mean, like they acted like they were good. Ted Bundy went to school. He was a smart guy. Next thing he's killing women. John Wayne Gacy had a business.
Wayne Gacy
was into politics, and he was murdering boys. So they always put on a good mask of who they are. You can't just let people know, oh, I'm a baby killer, or I'm a weirdo, and they're going to be friends with you. You got to put on that person, and that's what makes monsters so scary. If they try to blend in.
Well, and it was probably too that those people weren't his type.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think I sent it to you via text to this number. There's this lady on TikTok that she didn't know anything about the case, but she did a tarot reading on the case. And it's just crazy how every time she pulls a card, it almost explains like what's been happening, what we think happened, because I didn't see that picture that got leaked, but
yeah, you didn't need to see. You didn't need to see. It's not good.
Yeah, apparently nothing really was on her face. So the psychic thinks that something happened to like the back of her head. But only time will tell.
I'm going with, if we're guessing, I think he may have like physically took her life, like with his hands.
Yeah. The psychic thinks maybe he surprised her from like the back of the head. So I have no idea.
I would just think head, you would have blood. And in the pictures you don't see nothing like that that you can tell anyway. So we'll find out soon, I'm sure, or we'll hear it'll get leaked, rumored, anyway.
Yeah, but I definitely think the mom was like insecure. She had just had like a gastric bypass, and she works at Disney too, because my friend looked her up in like the little yellow pages that there are for the
I heard she
company.
does like events and planning and things like
at a hotel. Yeah, vacation planner.
Yeah, so she must make pretty good money. She had a 4-bedroom, 3 bath condo. So she must have been doing all right as a Disney planner.
Yeah, the psychic thinks she's like the mastermind behind it all, and he's not gonna he's not gonna say anything about what happened. She probably planned it.
That would be. Look, a lot of people think she has at least turned a blind eye to it. So let's see if charges come down, or if they're going to use her as a witness against him. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm just watching it from the sidelines, like everybody.
Yeah, I just hope we find justice for her soon.
Definitely. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right. Peace. So yeah, I mean, justice. If she had involvement and she knew and she didn't do anything and she allowed these things, just him being in jail ain't justice. It needs to be her too. They should be in jail. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Cat Calf. I'm the one that's been doing in the comments.
Okay. Did you say cat calf?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a weird name.
Well, I'm from South Carolina. I'm a college student.
Okay, that explains it.
So, I feel like it has to be the father.
The father?
Because he has that little cheesy look on him.
Are you talking about the boyfriend?
Yeah, I feel like it's the boyfriend.
That did it?
Yeah, because he looks like he has that cheesy look on him.
Yeah, I mean, we know the boyfriend's the one that did it. We're pretty sure of that anyway.
But I know the mother has to be in it too, because like the mother's like lying like every single time, like you can tell straight of her face.
Yeah, I believe so too. That the mother's lying. She's not. She's definitely not telling the truth, and it seems like she's taken up or defending or helped building an alibi for Stephan Sterns.
Yeah, because like it feels like the Chris Watts thing.
It does have a lot of people have brought that up, that they get the Chris Watts vibes from this man.
Because like it's like that, but it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Watts wanted to, have a girlfriend and didn't want a family.
And I'm like he has like that little Chris Watts in him.
Yeah, well, that's scary. I sent you the birthday video. Play that, please. Okay, well, hey, look, I appreciate you calling in.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, you be good.
All right, bye.
Peace. Okay, she almost sounded like a kid. I thought it was a kid at first, and then I realized it was somebody with a small voice. Okay, callers, hold on 1 second. All right, I'm getting messages from the director that says play this video. So we're gonna play this video real fast because I don't want to get stabbed. I want to get a paycheck this week. I'm just kidding. Hold on. Let's pull this up real fast for really, because I don't want to get stabbed. That was true. That part was. The getting paid was a lie, but the getting stabbed was truthful. Okay, does it not have any audio? No audio. This is the birthday video. Slowed down. I mean, she don't look pregnant to me in this video. She looks happy. And I mean, I find that weird. Anybody find this weird? That the mother was not at the 13th birthday. I mean, there's some birthday that's important to children. Mine was my 13th birthday, right? In like 13, 18. It was a big deal because you're turning a teenager. It's that transition in life from kid to young adult. And it wasn't, it wasn't scheduled on her birthday. Why didn't they schedule this party where the mother could be there? Don't you think that's important for the mother to be? Yeah. Okay. I got what you're saying, PJ. This is what everybody's going by to say. This little girl is pregnant. It's clearly not clear. The picture, it really gives it that little, I think it's shadowing. In the video, she looks a lot thinner. I think she appears thinner in the video. That, like I said, that picture, like that's what I said at the beginning. I was like, you can't tell. That could be a little bit of a shadow that appears like it's a bump. You know what I'm saying? It depends how the light is hitting you. Like when the light hits me right, I'm not a gremlin. Okay. When the light hits me directly, I look just like a gremlin. Okay. It can happen. I know that, right? From some distances, I ain't ugly. I learned that. PJ, she stands at the right distance, apparently, and she don't see it. But if you get just a little bit closer, bam, I get you. Okay, I get you. So I don't know. The answer is unclear. We'll know when these results come back. So let me open the phone lines back up. I closed them so I could play that video. Okay, the phone lines are now back open. Let me close this. I'll play it one more time. So you clearly can't see, you would just be guessing because this picture don't scream pregnant woman. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. This is Zoki. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So have they even come out and said that she is even a suspect or anything? Or
Who, the mother?
Yeah, the mom.
Well, they said not at this time. They didn't say there wasn't any other suspects. They just said at this time.
Right.
You know, that's that tricky question. But some experts believe that they're going to
charge too. You know, do what?
A lot of the experts that's been coming on channels believe they're going to charge the mother, but she lied. She's been clearly lying to the police.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I mean, also just her body reactions also is a little suspicious. But I didn't know if you guys had heard anything different than I did, so I was just making sure.
Nah, we're just waiting it out like everybody else to see when the charges come, because we know they're charging him, right? Of course, everybody
got to be. I mean, at least lying, right? She lied. I mean,
well, her we don't know that they're going to charge her, but we know he's getting charged with the murder of Maddie. So it's just a matter of time when they officially go, okay, we've charged him with murder, whatever other charges they're going to hit him with. I'm thinking that they're going to hit the mom and they're going to come out and do a press conference saying we've arrested the mom on neglect charges. He's being charged with murder, and then it's going to be wrapped up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what I'm hoping anyway. And some of the experts are saying that. So maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll know in a few days.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for letting me up.
You be good.
You too. Thanks.
Yeah, like I guess only a few days to tell, because I'm sure when they charge him, they will do their next press conference. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. That's why you ain't been seeing much. Dolly.
What I'm thinking, that's why you ain't been seeing much.
Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. You got to turn me down in the background now.
Yeah, I know. My husband wasn't fast enough.
Oh, okay. We got to speed him up.
Got to speed him up. Absolutely.
Hope you guys are doing good today.
Well, I have a few questions for you.
All right.
Since now I'm not going to fire you, Dolly, because I love you and all, but these days off are freaking killing me, Dolly.
All right. What, you taking days off?
You're taking days off. Now I'm writing notes so I can catch up here.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, bro. I'm just bugging you. I'm just teasing.
I got to live too.
I watched a few other interviews the other day, and Frank, one of Stephan's friends there from school, said that he was living like a half an hour away from Maddie's house in a blue house that was a half an hour away. Now, what if Maddie stayed at that house that night, and that's why they never seen Maddie leave the house, because she was already in the car because she was coming home from his house.
Oh, so you saying he killed her sometime after the birthday party, and she never went back into the house, and the mom never seen her. So the mom would be lying about the gifts and everything. Remember, she said she came home from the party. She was so happy about her gifts. She was showing them to all of us.
Yeah, trying to make us all believe that she seen the gifts and stuff, right?
Yeah, and that she had seen her that morning. I mean, there's definitely some inconsistent statements with the mother.
Okay.
And
the problem,
lawyers are saying that the mother needs to lawyer up, and that's coming from lawyers.
Yes, absolutely. She does need to lawyer up.
I think that's bad.
Right?
You know, that's bad as far as getting any information. But far as if it was me or anybody humanly, I would say, hey, at this point, you better get a lawyer. You're going to jail.
Absolutely. Now, did you also hear that it's 36 miles away, which would roughly be about a half an hour, right? There was a blue house busted for child porn the other day, a day after Stephan was arrested.
You think
so? The blue house, I'm thinking there might be. They didn't say nothing about it being a connection, but could you be quiet, please? Sorry, not you, Dolly. Anyways, I made these notes and now he's making me mad. So
tell your husband, don't worry, we're going to send help.
Okay, he's gonna send you help. Worried about the war coming for you. Anyways, Frank said that Stephen moved to the blue house, was living in the blue house. The blue house was busted the other day, right after he was arrested the next day. Okay. They arrested an old man with child porn. And there was a body in the house as well, an unliving body.
Okay.
Okay, they didn't say if it was like a young girl or anything.
They busted this house. They had a bunch of bad pictures and stuff in it, and there was also a body inside the home.
Yes, absolutely. The next day after he was arrested.
Okay, and this was 36 miles from where he was at.
Absolutely, 30 miles from where he was at, which is roughly about 36 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
30 minutes away, depends how fast you drive, right?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, but the thing that got me was the blue house, an older gentleman, child pornography, right?
Yeah.
Then Maddie comes up dead. Maddie comes up dead. There's a dead body in this house already, right? Like it's just.
Yeah. I mean, I can see there could be some connection. There could be some connection, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what.
No, we don't know.
To them is. I'm thinking he may have sent that video out. They'll know. They got the phones. And,
right.
And if you one of these people that got this video sent to you, you can believe the FBI is gonna be kicking down your effing door.
Absolutely.
So
I don't know. I was just listening to these interviews, and there was a couple. I think the one guy's name was Chris, and he'd known Stephan since he was a little kid. They lived 2 or 4 houses down.
Yeah, allegedly. I've heard some of the interviews with
allegedly.
And things. It's hard to vet people over the internet because anybody could be saying anything. So I take all that with a grain of salt. We got to wait for the actual facts. So
absolutely. This is all, like I said, this is just all my opinion.
Yeah.
And sitting here, waiting to hear from Dolly.
Awesome. Well, you be good and don't hurt your husband. Tell him we're definitely going to send him help. We'll get somebody out.
I'm going to tell him to make his own phone calls in.
Okay. Don't hurt that.
All right.
All right.
I won't hurt him, Dolly. I promise. Okay, bye.
I remember I watched this Jerry Springer show one time on men that was abused. Okay. I ain't saying this woman abuses her husband, but there was this show and this crying. He was like, my wife hit me to play. And I don't know why it was so funny to me, but it's just something that stuck with me forever. The dude getting hit with the plate of spaghetti. Dolly.
It's just something that stuck.
Hello.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
This is Angel in waiting. This is Mrs. Needles. So I had a weird dream it wasn't last night because I didn't go to bed until after 4:30, but I had a weird dream, and like normally I don't even dream about this stuff even though I watch it all the time. But I had a dream that Jennifer went and put herself into or got herself Baker acted or put herself in a mental institution for help for some reason. And where that dream comes from, I couldn't tell you one way or another. But that was a weird dream.
Well, if she had nothing to do with this, she will need a mental institution before it's all said and done.
Right. And even if she did know about it, she's going to need help because, I mean, now that if it's caught, she's going to want to start getting help so she can maybe get a lesser charge if she is going to be charged with anything.
The 10% that, me that takes up for this lady is if this is, if she's innocent of this shit, poor lady. That's the bad thing about this. If you're wrong, man, this poor lady, she is going through the ringer if everybody on the internet is wrong. Now, if everybody on the internet is right, then she deserves what she gets. But if your guys are wrong, oh my God, this lady has been tortured.
I would love to be wrong about my thoughts on her. I would love to be wrong, but then I just don't. I don't know. There's too many inconsistencies, and it's just hard to get past that.
Yeah, I know. And I think transparency is the answer to this. If she came out today and was like, "Hey, I had no clue," but then again, the internet might pick that apart. They might pick that apart. And I'll give you a prime example because people have brought these people up today anyway. Summer Wells. When I sat there at Summer Wells' house with her mama, and she showed me the photo album of pictures of Summer Wells and the kids. And there's some beautiful pictures of Summer Wells, but you don't see them on the internet, right? And and I was like, because you had to really search for a good picture of Summer Wells to even use it as a thumbnail. And I asked Candace, I said, Candace, why don't you put these pictures out of your family that y'all look so happy? They're such better pictures. And she said, because everything that they put out, people pick apart no matter what. They'll say her fingers are dirty or she's dead, like everything. She said, so these pictures belong to me and I want to keep them for me. These are my memories. And I understood that. I get it, but I still think they're bad people. But that's what was her answer to me. So I just figured I'd share that with y'all. She said, because everything we do, people tear it apart and say we're killers no matter what.
You know what? That's true. That's a very true. That might be the truest statement she's ever made.
I mean, true. I mean, and I'm an honest person, so I'm going to tell you what she said, and that's what she said.
Yeah. So, getting back to Maddie, God bless Summer Wells, and God bless Maddie. But getting back to her being possibly pregnant, I'm not going to say one way or another because girls mature a lot faster these days than when I was younger. That was 20-something years ago. Yeah. But they just do. They mature faster. And so I'm not going to say she's pregnant. However, if she's pregnant and it comes through from the autopsy, they'll be able to do a DNA test to see if it's his. And then that's the end of it.
Yeah, and then that's another murder charge.
Right.
And people are saying Florida has the death penalty, so he's already facing the death penalty.
Yeah, I don't think they should wait. Don't give him the appeal. I just think that's wrong giving people like this appeals. Get rid of them. Don't let us pay for them.
Yeah, I say within 3 years.
That's not fair for the taxpayers.
Once they put a death warrant on you, I say within 3 years you need to be executed. This whole letting people sit in jail for 20, 30 years and until the state finally does away with executions and then they get to live forever. I don't agree with that. For sure.
And you give them more time than I would give them.
Yeah.
I'd say within 30 days, be done with it.
Yeah.
Be done with it.
I say 3 years. I think it's fair. It gives you time for an appeal. And then you lose that appeal. You take the walkout back right then and they execute you. Not going back to jail. We'll save the gas money. We'll take you right out back and let's get you up off this planet. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
All right, peace. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
I'm calling from Alberta, Canada.
Canada, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, I was just thinking because her mom was into insurance. I wonder if they had life insurance on her.
I thought her mother was a planner. Worked for a resort.
I'm not sure. I just heard insurance and then that popped into my head that maybe she was.
I'm hearing planning, like that she does like event planning.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing. I mean, like right now it's a lot of rumors.
Oh, I know there is a lot of rumors going
on.
So
rumors are they finished autopsy and had her cremated.
I know, and that's weird to me too.
Lord.
Like there's so many red flags in this that you don't know what to believe, who to believe, or anything, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, there's a lot of things always in my heart. I always think of you. I still call out your name, for you are always here with me. Thoughts, things are not the same. Okay, so they're saying that she's already been cremated.
Yeah.
Is what rumors are.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I don't know. That just popped into my head.
I don't know though. I don't know if it's. I think they're planning it. I don't know if this has actually already happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they're definitely got something planned for her funeral because there's a card that's goes along with that. So.
Okay.
All right, but hey, I appreciate you calling.
Yes, love your show. I watch you all the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm watching like right now.
Awesome. I would hope so if you're calling.
Yeah. Well, it took a few times to get through, but I'm glad I got a hold of you.
Awesome. Well, you be good. You be good. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Real quick, guys. Right. This is what I want you to do. There's 2,000 of you here. I want you to give this video a like. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Let me shut that for a second. I want you to give this video a like real quick, right? And then after you give the video a like, and only after you like the video, I want you to jump in the chat room and I want you to shout out where you're watching my ugly face from, okay? Time to represent your city, town, and hood. But only after you like the video, okay? And then jump in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. Time to represent Oregon coast, see? Kentucky's in the house. Ohio's in the house. Texas is in the house. Detroit, we got a lot of people from a lot of places. Georgia, Fulton County, good old Atlanta, the ATL, baby. The UK's in the house. More Kentucky, England, Washington, Savannah, Georgia, my second home, okay? Memphis, Oklahoma, Ohio, Tennessee, my second other home. Dolly, you live in Virginia. Awesome. We broadcast from Virginia to 757, baby. All right. Good to see you. Ireland's in the house. Gotta love my people from Ireland, the UK, South Africa, Wales. We're growing globally, which is awesome. I love my international viewers. Y'all always bring me knowledge, okay? I learn about your countries from you guys, okay? Alabama, I see New Orleans, Detroit, Mars is in the house, all right? In the 276, you already like. Thank you so much. Is this Candace on their phone? No, fake. You in Ohio, Michigan, the Netherlands is in the house, Texas. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna get the phone lines back. Phone lines are back open. Let me bring this down. So it does appear they have something planned for a funeral for this girl. Some people are saying she's already cremated. Last time DM, please GoFundMe says laid to rest at 3/6. At 3/6. Okay, so that'd been 2 days ago. Dolly,
if it's confirmed that Maddie's pregnant, I'm going to need to hear you say, "There's a baby."
Where's the baby?
No, but seriously, if Maddie really is pregnant, it's not exactly a stretch to think that a man who is stupid enough to believe that a factory data reset would erase the evidence on his phone, that man is also probably stupid enough to believe that killing her would erase the evidence of him impregnating her. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really not exactly a stretch.
Well, they're saying the GoFundMe said she was laid to rest on March 6th.
Wow.
At a private service. Now, did they have a service without a body? Because sometimes they do that. But then again,
they do. I don't know.
So the rumor is, here, let me pull this over here so I can show everybody. So they get this information. They can see where I'm getting my stuff from. All right, here we go. And this says they raised $16,627. And it says on March 6, 2024, Princess Maddie was laid to rest in a private service surrounded by family and close friends. Okay. So they didn't, you know, this has been kind of no transparency in this whatsoever. Okay. No transparency. So the family didn't say they were having a service. They didn't have a service for her, the public. I think there would have been a lot of scrutiny. Maybe that's why, you know, as far as the mother's actions. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
This is Timmy from Cloverdale, Indiana.
Indiana. Okay, what's going on, Indiana?
Yeah. Hey, I'm calling about the girl. I think her mom knows something, but she was just scared to speak up because of him. I think he was controlling of both of them. and I think he might have got her pregnant, and the mom didn't know that she was pregnant either. But she did look pregnant in that picture at her birthday party. And like I said, I think the mom knows, but she was afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
And I think the guy was very, very controlling of both of them.
So I would think, though, if they buried this girl, they would already have the autopsy results back. They said they had a few.
It takes a few days for an autopsy to come back.
Yeah, but she's already buried or cremated.
Oh, did they already cremate her already?
It says right here. I'm reading the GoFundMe for her, and it says right here. It says that she was laid to rest surrounded by family and close friends on March 6th, which would have been 2 days ago.
Really? That quick?
That quick.
Wow.
And now I don't know who set up this GoFundMe, but it raised $16,000.
Yeah, but I'm wondering who even put that out there. I mean, do you believe that she was already buried and cremated?
Stephan Soto is the organizer of this, and that sounds like family because he got the Soto.
Oh, yep.
She's from Florida.
Yeah,
so,
she did. Yep.
And it was updated on the 7th.
Be arrested? Do you think the mom will be arrested because she didn't speak up, that she was afraid to say anything because of him?
I mean, my honest opinion is I think she's already lied to the police in criminal child neglect.
Right, but I think she was afraid to speak up and afraid to say anything.
Well, once the police were there, she could have spoke up, and there was nothing he could do. She had an out, and she didn't take it. So at this point, she's a liar. She's broke the law, and
yeah, she did lie.
Here's the thing: if it was me lying and breaking the law, I'd be in jail. So that's what
we all would.
That's what I expect for her because, look, nobody's above the law. That's what they say, right? Nobody's above the law. That includes her.
Right.
So I'm thinking charges are coming. I think other people out here that are a lot smarter than me think charges are coming.
I think some of the family members knew things too, and they should have spoke up too.
And here's the thing that we see all.
So I think some of the family members should be in trouble too.
Yeah, we see all these alleged family members out here saying all this stuff now. Where were you when this was happening? If you knew all this stuff, why did this happen? So I don't really,
So I think they should be in trouble too.
If they're really family, but most likely it's just some trolls.
Right, but I heard the grandma speaking, and I heard they said the sister was speaking and saying things. So I think they should be in trouble too.
Okay. Well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, peace.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys. I'm gonna pull up some pictures from like a memorial that they've set up for this little girl. Give me 1 second so I can get that for you guys. And I don't know if these have been seen yet, but I want to show them to you. All right, let me get to them. Oh, there's video with it. Okay, this is the memorial that was set up for this little girl. Give me 1 second and I'll get into it right here. All right, let me shrink this. All right, let's go through them. As you can see, this is where they found her at. You can see the flowers, right? I don't know if y'all can see that on the screen. It's kind of small, but we're going to click through them. Oh, y'all can see that. So people have started coming out there. See the bushes that I was talking about they found her in? So she wasn't very far off the road. He just drug her up into the trees right up in there and left her there. And we know this because the police leaked that picture of her laying on the ground right up under these trees right here off the side of the road. Plus, you can see from the helicopter view where the police are standing around looking up into the trees. That's where she was found. Gray did a great video on that. So these are pictures from the memorial that people were set up. Somebody needs to go out there and leave a turtle. If anybody's in the area, go get a turtle, leave it for me. I'll pay for it. I don't think I can go to Florida right now. So definitely go leave us a turtle if you're in the general area or anything. And I'll pay for the bear. Not a problem. People leaving notes and cards. There's a picture of her as an angel. So this came from us from a viewer that lives in the area. Okay, she went out there, took some pictures. So thank you for the update and the pictures. I wasn't ready to say goodbye, but I was already long gone. When I was breathing, no one bothered me. Now, I can't see what that says. Now I'm something with the angels. So people have been leaving signs, teddy bears, balloons. Now I'm dancing with the angels. All Florida mothers will make sure we make justice. All you kids speak up. Don't be afraid, please, is what it says. We can help if you're in Maddie's situation. And that is true. If we have any young people watching, going through anything, which our viewers are mostly older, but if we do, just know there's people out there that will help you. Okay. Reach out to somebody, tell somebody, because if you don't, people may not notice when they should. Maddie Soto. And this says, children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward. That is awesome. Here's the video. The pinwheel. And it goes, and see how she was just up in the tree. So he didn't really hide her. He just drug her out there. Okay, I guess this is the video riding up on it. So this is the road. More pictures. Okay. Let me click over to back over to this. Shut that. So thank you, viewer, for that took the ride down there to take those pictures. So if anybody else is down there and like leave a turtle or a bear for us, videotape it, send it to me. And, you know, like I'll cover the cost of your gas and the bear or whatever it be if you're in that general area. So that the turtle gang leaves this little girl or something. Was she pregnant? That was the question. But look, what we're hearing now is that she's already, according to the GoFundMe, she's already been laid to rest. We haven't even heard anything about the results of autopsy, but she's a minor. We may not. People were saying that you're not going to hear nothing. You're not going to hear nothing. She's a minor. But usually all this stuff leaks. We don't even have a charge on anybody yet. And they done laid this girl to rest. Hold on. Let me get the phone lines back open. Hear what you people think about this. All right, phone lines are back open. Of course, the call-in number is at the top of the screen. That didn't take long. Dolly.
Hey, it's Megan from Long Island, New York.
Hey, Megan.
I am just, I'm so happy to see that somebody is talking about this, okay? Because the first time I heard about this story and I saw the picture of her at her birthday, it wasn't her body, it wasn't her belly, it was her face. Because all women know when you are pregnant, that baby starts drawing out all of your vitamins and minerals and everything. And if you look at her face, she's pale. She has bags under her eyes. She could be sick. For all we know, she could, you know, but it doesn't seem like that.
Or she ain't been getting no sleep because she's being abused at night.
Yeah, that's something else. But I'm just, statistically, and there's empirical evidence here. Girls are starting their cycle at younger and younger ages.
Yeah, I hear it's like the hormones in the meat or something that they give to the cattle, and it's making women go to maturity at younger ages.
That's true.
That's just what I'm hearing. I don't know that, I ain't a scientist enough.
Yeah,
that's what I hear.
I don't have anything to add to that, but I do have I not to get all into me or anything, but I am an intuitive person, and I do pick up on this could be a possibility because of all that happened with Roe versus Wade. If they found out, and I'm including the mother in this, if they found out she was pregnant, they have no way of getting her an abortion. How are they going to explain it away to the family?
They can't.
And yeah.
I mean, it would be done right there. That's what a lot of people were thinking, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I know autopsy results would know. And if they don't leak, we won't know because it's a minor, but people are saying that you can Freedom of Information Act that I mean, I don't know if you can. I don't ever do that. I'll leave that up to some other YouTuber.
Plunder will do it. Plunder has found.
Yeah, Plunder does all the legal paperwork. She'll ask for every piece of paper.
She found Audrey Cunningham's autopsy.
Did she?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah, because as soon as something happens, she starts putting in paperwork instantly.
She does, and she pays for it too. So, if anybody, I'm gonna look at her and check around to good people like you.
Yeah.
And see what everybody's putting out there, because you're doing a good thing. You're raising the question, and I'm very happy about that.
Okay, well, I appreciate you calling.
Thanks, Sally.
All right, peace.
Bye.
And here's the thing, guys. I think it's more women that think she's pregnant than men. Most men are like, she ain't pregnant. Maybe it's just man mentality, or they're like, she ain't pregnant. But most women think that this is, we're the ones hitting me up with it. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm calling from Oregon.
Oregon. Okay.
Nice
place. I've been there.
Pardon me?
I said nice place. I've been there.
Yes, it's beautiful. I believe that this young girl, rest in peace. I think maybe she went to the gentleman or the mom and said that she was going to tell somebody. And I think that would cause it. As a young child of SA, I said something, but I said I was going to tell, and I got lucky enough it never happened again. And so that may be something that I think could have happened.
That she could have said, I'm going to tell, and then he just did something horrible.
Yep, or I'm going to leave, and if you don't let me leave, then I'm going to tell. Especially if this has gone on for 2 years or however long, a child at some point is going to say, I'm not doing this anymore. And that may have been something that just.
Yeah, because she definitely wasn't having a good time or a good situation because she wanted out of it. Okay. So it ain't like this is something that she was okay with. She wasn't okay with it. That's why she wanted to go live in the woods at 14 years old.
That's right.
So,
and when you're young like that, especially 10, 11, 9, you think this is happening and it's your fault that it's happening. And somebody says, don't tell anybody or don't say anything. But as you get older, you say, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not right. And you end up trying to protect yourself. And the only way to do that is to say, I want away. And if I'm going to tell someone. And that just may have set him off. I don't know if that's what happened, but
he had to have a motive for killing her. There's some reason he did it. That's
exactly.
for sure. Hey, I appreciate you calling.
You too. Thanks, Dolly. Have a good day.
You too. Peace. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's done this. If he's been doing this for years, he just picked this day. Okay, this is the day it's going to end. Or, you know, when she turned 13, he wasn't into 13-year-olds, and he didn't either. And he might have tell. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
I want to explain. I was in a high profile case, and I kind of want to stick up for the mother.
Okay.
A couple of things. I guess with me, first of all, my oldest daughter was raped, and she did not tell me about it. And mind you, I lived in a trailer, and I would go take the laundry down to the office to clean it, and that's when he would do it.
Okay.
And,
was this like a family member, or was it like just?
It was my boyfriend at the time. He was 10 years older than me.
Okay.
And you know, by the time she did tell me, they only gave him 9 months. I live in Detroit, Michigan. And they told me if I didn't let my younger daughter go before he was arrested, I would go to jail.
So I'm lost. I'm lost somewhere. Hold on.
When he raped my daughter and she finally told me, I went to the police. We went to court, and they said if I didn't we had our daughter together, and if I didn't let her go, I would go to jail.
Oh, if she couldn't like go visit him, you would go to jail?
Right. If I didn't let her visit him before he went to jail.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so I went in front of that judge. I said, I'll tell you what. He has a picture of his children there. I go, well, if they go, then I'll let her go. And he goes, oh, I think I'll change that ruling.
Okay, that's horrible to hear that happened to you and your family.
Right. That's why I'm seeing people. How could she not know, and this and that, you know? And my grandson was murdered in 2013 in $1 million home. People want to blame my daughter. You know, how could she let him? His own parents didn't tell us how violent he was.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and how was she? She was only 21 years old. People threatened her life and everything. His name was Damian Sutton.
Okay. Well, I don't even know his name, but that is horrible. It sounds like you've had a rough time at it.
Yes, and that's why people can't believe all this media. I've been in the media. I've been through this.
Yeah.
And people are believing everything they say. You know, it's catching everybody's attention. And it's not even sometimes true.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of speculation, misinformation out there, rumors. That is absolutely true. Hey, look, I appreciate you calling in and sharing with us.
Thank you for answering.
All right.
And God bless and pray for her family.
Definitely. You have a good one.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay. She sounds like she's had it rough. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the whole story. So, like, it'll probably take her a while to explain it. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
I was calling in about the
Okay, you're calling in about click up. All right. I didn't hang up on that person. They hung up on themselves, but they sounded really low volume. Dolly.
Hi, this is Brandy from Canada. I have a theory.
All right, you say Braddy?
Brandy.
Brandy.
Like the bottle.
Okay, Brandy like the bottle. Okay, what's up, Brandy?
I think she got to be 13. I think she finally got some backbone, and I think she finally decided that she wasn't going to take it anymore, and I think it turned into a fight. And I don't think maybe he intentionally meant to kill her, but I think he did, and the mother knows, and so it's all turned into this. I don't know about the pregnant part of it, but I think she finally just had enough, and I think either the mother finally found out, or fully confirmed. I can't see how she didn't know something was up, and I think a big fight ensued, and I think he either purposely killed her or accidentally killed her, and then he just disposed of her body.
Okay, yeah, that's possible. I was trying to multitask there, so I missed something you said. What? Say that. Just repeat that one more time.
I think she got to be 13, and she said she wanted to run away, whether she said that or not. But I think she finally got some backbone, and she wasn't going to take it anymore. And I think a fight ensued, or she confronted her mom.
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
And then I think, and then it turned into something, and then it just got ugly. And he either killed her by accident or purposely, and then they just disposed of the body.
I definitely think.
And I think the mom's just. I think she's known, but she's weak, and she's just been manipulated by him, and so she's kind of turned a blind eye to a lot of stuff. So maybe that night she finally found out the truth of everything, and that's why he decided to unload his phone and clear it off, because the little girl, he knew there was evidence, and if she went and exposed them, it was going to get ugly.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
All right, peace. All right, hold on a minute. I want to show something real quick. That's why I was trying to multitask with the lady on the phone, but I can't multitask. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So I went to look at this picture while she was talking. I could just, for some reason, was able to tune her right out. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, caller. But this is the picture, you know, PJ sent me. She's saying she's definitely not pregnant. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell from this picture either, but I'm going with, I don't think so. All right. And this is Sunday, 2/25/2024. There's no way for me to blow this up. I should have downloaded it so I could blow the picture up. That's probably what I'll do for you guys. Hold on. Let me pull this back over here. Let me save this picture real quick so I can blow it up. All right. Now, when I show it, I can zoom into it. Let's see. Downloads. Where are we at? Right here. All right. This is the picture. Let me bring that back over here. Let me close that. That is the new Dolly Vision logo for CrimeCon. I don't know if y'all can see that. Dolly Vision CrimeCon 2024. Thank you guys that have been supporting it. It's been donating to it. We're almost to our second goal, which we got to eat. Dolly got to eat. Okay. But that's the new logo for CrimeCon 2024, the Dolly Vision version. And let me blow this photo up. For you guys, so we get a better look at her, you know. And PJ say definitely not. I'm thinking she's not, but you never know. I think that would have leaked, especially seeing that it sounds like they've already buried her. If that was the case, I think that would have leaked, and we ain't heard nothing like that. We ain't even heard the cause of death, which is weird because there were people saying you won't hear it. She's a minor. Well, we heard in the Audrey Cunningham last week. We've heard about the autopsy, the damn what happened to her, graphics. I mean, everything. The Texas police were super transparent. Why is this not so transparent? So, like, you know, if you compare this to her younger photos, you know, this may be just part of puberty, but she looks so happy in most of the pictures, but it is her 13th birthday. And if one thing I know, kids that are being hurt and things like this, they can put on this fake smile. So is that a real smile, or is she just happy in the moment? You know, life is filled with moments. Some moments you ain't happy one day, you know, and then you could be crying and you could be happy. I don't know. It's a tough one. Rest in peace to this little girl. She deserved way more than that. Now let me get the phone lines back open. All right. And when they have video evidence of stuff like this, you know, like I said, death row is not good enough for this guy. It's not. He needs to leave the planet. Y'all get quick, boy. Dolly.
Is this Dolly?
Yes.
Hey, Diana.
Hey, Diana.
I can't even speculate anymore if this little one was pregnant or not. That ruching on the front of her dress, it's all in the right spots. And it's just like making me nauseous thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, because, it's just.
Maybe that's what made everybody think that is because how the dress is crinkled up like that. And maybe that might be just the design.
I just have a feeling she was, but I just don't even want to like argue about it with anyone because it's like so disturbing, very disturbing. But anyway, there is something with this true crime stuff, like with the Summer Wells thing and the horse. Now, my nephew ran a exotic bird rescue down in Arizona. Dolly, it was so interesting to learn about these birds. There were these two parakeets down there that lived with these old 90-year-old people for years. Well, these people died, and he took on these two birds. And these birds would literally, at night, because he said that birds will like mirror what happens for the rest of their life. Like if that bird of theirs was in the house when something happened, he will repeat.
People are saying that's a dog feeder.
Pardon me?
Okay, that the bird that everybody was hearing in the background, the one that I kept saying is weirdo with your daughter, is a pet feeder. It has a voice. I got one that does treats for Lolo, but it has a voice on it or something, and it was something to do with a pet feeder, not a bird.
Oh, it's not a real bird.
Well, that's what people were saying. I don't know if it was a bird or if it was a pet feeder. I don't know what it was. There was definitely something going on in the background.
Wow. Well, anyway, listen, these two parakeets literally would sit in this place, and they would argue back and forth. One would say, "You shut up, old man," and the other one would say, "No, you shut up, old lady. Go do the." And they would go back and forth because they had lived with these old people for so many years. They mimicked the two old people after they passed away. It was so funny. It was so funny. But yeah, my brother's got one of those big old, what are they called? Macaws or
yeah, I don't know too much about
that thing. Is like a protective dog or something.
I
was over there.
I had a parrot and it got out the cage and my dog ate it. I don't like to talk about it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was a tragic time in my life. I named him Mosh. He was green. And he kept trying to get out the cage. So I took a piece of bread wire and tied it around the cage so he couldn't get out. And the birds are smart. He untied it, got out, and the dog ate him. I came in and Mosh was just a pile of feathers.
Well, excuse me. We need to find out if that was a real bird or not, because I'm going to dissect that. I'm going to go back and dissect that. But if it is a real bird, they need to take that bird and take it to a rescue, because that bird will be traumatized forever.
Yeah. I think people are pretty sure it's a pet feeder, but I don't know. It's a possibility it's a bird. Maybe it's a bird and a pet feeder.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe. You be good.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Peace. Yeah, I don't know if it was a bird, a pet feeder. You know, I was just making jokes about the whole weirdo with your kid, you know, because people were saying it was a bird. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. This is Rhonda from Washington State.
Hey, Rhonda.
I want to say, first off, that thank you very much for cracking me up every day. I listen to you. I needed that laugh every time I hear you.
I'm going to send you a bill for $19.99. Make sure you pay it. I'm getting a little bill over here. All right. Dolly, I got to eat.
Fantastic. But here, let me tell you really quick. I'm wondering if this message of her running away in the woods was sent from her stepdad or whatever he is.
To build an alibi?
Yes, absolutely. And the other thing is I think he's possibly drugged her every time he did something to her. So maybe she wasn't aware and the mother wasn't aware. I mean, it's just a theory, but I'm just saying.
Well, some people have said that you know, maybe they're waiting for toxicology because he may have been drugging her or the mother allegedly for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, anything's possible. We got to admit that.
Yeah.
You know, remember that show, A Million Ways to Die or 1,000 Ways to Die? There's so many ways that somebody could take you out this world. You'd be surprised.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I agree. It could be anything. We're all suspecting it could be anything, but it's definitely a messed up case. And I'm glued to your podcast. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awesome. It was good talking to you. You too. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.
So definitely, I would say, look, just from my looking at the girl, I would say this is just a young lady growing up, but knowing there was relationships going on, I would say the possibility is there, but I think it would have leaked. Dolly. Hello. Okay, goodbye. All right. So guys, when you call in, as soon as I answer, turn me down in the background or it won't echo. Dolly.
The #1 true crime channel out there on YouTube. Dolly, Sully P 777.
What's up, Sully? I'm chilling, living my best life, you know. Another day.
That's it. Friday. So there's a lot going on out here in Boston. We've got these channels that are fighting over each other. And your name was thrown around over at Yellow Cottage Tail.
Uh-huh.
So Kevin threw your name around, and then you got Glara going at it.
Uh-huh.
You got Sean in the Gulf going at it. So everybody's just jumping on the Karen Reed. Now,
Uh-huh.
you know my wife, she's all about, she's a way back turtle rider. But for me, I'm just looking at the evidence.
Uh-huh.
You know?
So we got
So
Turtle Gang versus Turtle Rider.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
that ain't even a competition. Turtle Gang all day, baby.
That's what I mean. So, you know, your channel's doing really, really well. And, yeah, so I'm just calling in. Now, this whole thing about, you know, Maddie and all that. Now, my cousin passed away last year, and it took almost a month for the autopsy because they had to figure out what he passed from. So, you know, if she did have a burial, it might have been without the autopsy being done, unless they're not busy with autopsy.
I mean, without the results coming out.
Right, yeah, without
Yeah,
the
like
results.
the toxicology stuff like that. They did the autopsy, but they turned the body over, but just haven't released the autopsy results yet.
Yeah.
And they just, you know, from what I'm hearing, they cremated her and had the service 2 days ago.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that. Jeez. But so they have to hold on to some evidence. Something's gonna pop with this case, like really, really soon. You know.
You would think before
they have to let the public go.
You would think they would charge them before they did a funeral service, though. Because then you got this little girl dead, and you know there's not been nobody charged with her death, and you had her funeral. That's seems a little strange.
Yeah, that's strange. It is. But you did bring up a good point the other day when you mentioned about Kayla Montgomery, because if the mom knows what's going on and she cooperates, then at that point they may, you know,
Let her
lighten
go.
it up for
Yeah,
her.
not do nothing to her. And you know, Kayla, she'll be out in just a little bit. That's a lot of crazy true crime going on right now. Just there's a lot to cover. There's a lot to cover with the Karen Reed stuff, with just all of it. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, which is good for business, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, true crime. That's people. Look, here's the thing about true crime. There's always something to talk about because we live in a crazy ass world. So we don't never run out of these tragedies. It's like I can't even cover them all. That's how much crazy stuff is. I can't have that much stuff in my mind at one time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, you know, I'm not a big fan of true crime, although you got me.
There you go.
So, yeah. So I'm just letting you know. Thanks for everything. I'll call in another time. But enjoy that weekend, buddy. All right.
All right, my man. Peace.
All right, peace. Later.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. You know, that Boston stuff going on. I will be in Boston for the Karen Reed trial. So all the people up there in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, I'm coming back to see you guys. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, Granny Bassmaster. Everybody loves you up here.
I'm not call back for a while. I'm gonna lay low.
Okay. You getting too much heat?
I don't know.
You like a rock star up here on this channel. You're like MVP.
I don't know about that, but I think she was pregnant, Dolly. I really do. I hate to say that, but I don't even want to think it, but in my heart, I think she was. And that would be the only reason I could think of that he would kill her.
Yeah, that's.
She became a liability to him, so he had to get rid of her.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get away with it. Criminals are not smart.
No, they're not. They're idiots. They are disgusting people, and I hope he has to dance with every inmate every day of his life in that jail.
Yeah.
In prison. I hope so.
I hope
and
so,
the mother needs to be in there too. I'm sorry. She is just, you can't tell me she didn't know something was going on.
Definitely.
Good God.
I think she should definitely be in there for lying to the police.
I think she needs
At
to
least.
be for about 60 years.
60 years, Fanny?
Yes, she is just as responsible as he is. Trust me. She knew this was going on, and she let it happen. she didn't want to fool with him. She didn't want to fool with the kid.
I think she didn't want to lose him. She seemed to care more about him than she did the kid. It was apparent when he was crying and she was all hugged up on him, like trying to comfort him. I was thinking she cares more about him than she does this kid.
That's right. This is it's unreal, but she needs to be in jail too. And I'm hoping that they come for her. I believe they will. I have to believe it. If not, our justice system has really failed all these kids.
A lot.
And
I've been seeing that a
I don't
lot.
want to. I know, and I hate to even think about that. We need something like the equalizer. Let's send the equalizer. That's right. Let's send the equalizer. To take care of it. All right, you watch your top notch.
All right, Granny, be good.
Bye.
Peace. You don't want Granny running the country. There'd be a whole lot of castrated men. Everybody be executed. Okay, there'd be the firing squad. You'd be getting stoned in the street. Yeah, Granny don't play. Boy, Granny don't play. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Going once. Going twice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I am a victim myself. I was 7 whenever it started.
Uh-huh.
But mine didn't turn out like this, unfortunately. I wish it did kind of. My stepfather got me pregnant whenever I was 13, and I had my baby. It was a boy, and they took him away from me. They sold him to somebody else. And my mother knew what was happening. Most of the night she was in the bed with us.
Wow. What?
So it,
I mean, like trying to take,
really brings back,
like taking part, or like just.
Yes, she was taking part. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that happen to you.
This brings back so many memories because the mom making up excuses, because when we went through a court, they made up excuses for what was going on and got away with it.
Your parents got away with that, and your stepdad?
Yeah.
Did they take you out of that home?
They did, but it wasn't any better. They ended up putting me in a system, and I didn't graduate high school and nothing like that. It was a really big deal.
Wow. Wow.
So
this is just bringing back memories of that to you?
Oh, yeah. Just listening to her story and her mom making excuses up on how she dropped her off and she was with
I'm
them.
so sorry to hear that happen to you. Wow. I mean, I'm glad you're strong and still here and able to talk about it and share your story.
Me too. It was really hard. But
you're breaking up. Did we lose you? Hello? We lost her. Okay, that is sad. Look, this has happened to a lot of people. Lots of people carry these scars, and it takes a brave person to be able to talk. Even this little girl, some people are like, well, she had to have told. What if she didn't? Maybe she was scared. Maybe he's told her, you say a word and I'll hurt your mother. I'll hurt you. We don't know. We don't know what type of threats. We don't really know what this man was saying to this young lady. We don't know really. We're speculating on, but it could be way worse than we're thinking. Dolly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm new to your call. The broadcast you're talking about with the pregnant girl.
Yeah, well, we're questioning that. A lot of people think she's pregnant. There's no proof that she's pregnant or she was pregnant, but that's what a lot of people are bringing up, that they think she may have been pregnant, and that was his motive and the reason why he unalived this young girl.
And this is in the United States or out of the country?
This is the United States, Florida.
Is this and she's under 12 or under?
The crime he committed to her was she was under 12, but now she just recently turned 13 years old.
And not a lot of YouTube people are covering this, are they?
Nah, there's plenty of YouTube people covering it. Believe it's a pretty popular case.
Did they come up with the possibility of what the solution might be?
Yeah, the baby's mama's boyfriend done unalived this young lady.
And is the mom sticking with the supporting the male still?
That's what it appears. The last video she was, but we haven't heard anything from her since the boyfriend's been arrested and charged with the horrible crimes. So we don't know what her position is now. So that's why everybody's been going in on the mama. All right, my man. Appreciate you calling in.
All right, thanks.
All right, peace. Dolly.
Yes, I was calling in. I'm sitting here watching some of your stuff. The whole thing, I believe the whole thing with the whole Madeline Soto, the whole thing with her saying about the living in the woods. I honestly think that was just a cover up, that he had done that to make it seem like she had
run off,
went to the woods. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I think that was.
Well, if he was a fan of true crime, he would have knew that you can't erase what's on your phone, and he tried that thinking that was going to be enough, but it won't. And rumor has it he has two phones.
I'm from Alabama, and I do a whole lot of watching true crime stuff. I was actually watching you ever since the Kylie Rodney thing, and you may know a little bit more about it than I do. How close is Polk County to where Madeline Cassini or whatever? Because another thing that I suspect is, and it's just one of those heartfelt things that you're wondering if it has something to do with it. Yeah. Polk County Grady Judge just arrested.
I seen that. I heard that.
80 people in the sex sting operation, sexual, the whatever.
Yeah, sting, sex trafficking sting.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened like just now, around the same, right before all this happened.
Yeah, that's going on all around the country. There's been huge arrests, even in Tennessee, up and down the East Coast, on the West Coast. So that's a big problem in our country, and I'm glad to see these monsters going to prison. I'm glad to see the police taking children serious. Because you got so many kids coming up missing every day. If you don't do something, them numbers are just going to triple, because people are technically they're selling kids around the world like a Big Mac.
Yeah, and I don't know, like the mom, I was just going to tell you, I don't know if she was just jealous. I think she's a coward. I don't know if she has personal, problems with getting a man or whatever, but that little girl shouldn't fell victim to her own personal issues. And the little girl, it wasn't the little girl's choice to be sexually involved with her mama's boyfriend. Her mama's boyfriend did that herself. And I truly believe there's something sinister behind it, with her being jealous and her just, him manipulating her into, she's got something to do with it. There is no question about it.
She seems detached from her daughter to me.
Yep, very.
And that's a problem. But hey, man, I appreciate you calling in.
Appreciate it. Thanks, sir.
All right, you have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, that lack of connection with your child, it seems like she had that. Now, I don't mean she's guilty. It just means she's not connected with her child. Dolly.
Hi, I just wanted to say, I've been watching this case and I absolutely love your coverage on everything.
Thank you.
But this case was so similar to what happened to Audrey. It almost was like the guy got the seed planted in his head. This little girl, when you look at her picture, she's aging out. She's starting to become developed. She's aging out of what they would sell for CP. And it was reported, and I don't know if it was on your channel or not, that he actually, and I looked at his charges, he's charged with creating child porn. And I have a feeling it was with this girl.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
there were identifying markers on this child. And one of the things,
And him, they described his man parts like he was Michael
yes,
Jackson.
like Michael Jackson kind of thing. Yeah. But the other thing too, when you look at the mother and she's so flat in affect, she a lot of these men, sadly, and I grew up as a single mom, but thank God I had two boys, and you know, it was something that I didn't date and put people around them, which is what really happens. They will target these mothers for their children.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that's what he was doing. I don't think he had, and I think the mother was jealous of the child. And I just, in my gut, I believe she knew what was happening.
I just thought she seemed disconnected from her child.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's either she's medicated or something. There's not a mother connection there.
I even thought she was on the spectrum a little bit when she started talking about the little girl might be on the spectrum and she had ADHD. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, lady, you may be on the spectrum just a little.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, not severely, but just slightly.
Correct. It's just that there's a slight, she has no affect. She has a very flat affect. So that's either possibly on the spectrum or medication.
Yeah, some people say she's medicated. I don't think if he was going through some things and you had it, I'd probably be medicated too.
If she was truly innocent, you'd need it if you just found out all this.
Yes, of course. So maybe it's, you know, that's a hard judge to make, but you know, still no.
I just wanted to say this picture here that you're showing truly shows that she's no longer looking like a child.
Yes.
She's got the attributes of a young woman, and that's aging out for
a monster.
I call them pedo creeps, but
yeah,
you know, that kind of demon.
Yeah.
And she's also, you get to be a teenager and you start getting freedoms and you start getting to open your mouth.
I call him the boogeyman because that's what bad dreams are made of right there.
Yeah, to me, they're demons. It's the same demons in every single one of these that I've been seeing with Audrey, with the Don Wells, with all of them. It's like you look at them and it's the same demon, different body.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
And it's like it's like a virus in this country right now. And no matter what anybody thinks about the illegal immigrants, we've lost 89,000 children are missing right now.
1,500 people a day are missing.
Yeah, and 89,000 of the migrant children, of the unaccompanied minors. 89,000.
Yeah, wow.
And that's not even getting reported. But in the last 3 years, we have 89,000 unaccompanied minors that we have no idea where they went.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I don't know.
You can find them on the FBI's, go to the FBI's page. There's 89,000 unaccompanied minors that we do not have any idea for. And they're not listed in our missing in children national databases because they were unaccompanied and they just went into these shelters and they're gone.
Wow. Wow.
The head of the Border Patrol agency that recently resigned gave out those numbers in one of his interviews that he did.
Wow. So that's just like a predator's dream. These kids.
That's what they're doing.
Literally,
children as a commodity. They're using children as a commodity right now. It's been that way, but it's even more.
Definitely.
But when they quit doing DNA testing and trying to make sure that the parents are with the kids, there was a reason.
Oh
and these kids are unaccounted for. And this is an epidemic. This is a true epidemic.
Just like
and people, we have to say enough. We have to say enough.
Kids just do not disappear. There's a reason every kid's missing.
Exactly, and the reasons ain't none of them good.
All right. Hey,
I will thank you, Dolly. God bless you. Keep up your coverage, and I love you, bud.
All right, peace. Now look, I heard this too. What this person just super chatted. Maybe Maddie unalived herself, which is why there's no arrest yet. What if that is true? Like she was going to run off at 13 and hold on, caller. Let me touch in on this for a minute. All right. I'm sorry. You got through, but bad timing. What if she's hurt herself and she was talking like, she wanted to get away. What if she realized I ain't gonna go live in the woods? This is it. Now that person just super chatted. There's that possibility, okay, Allison? And maybe that's why there's no murder charge. But then you got disposing of a body, hiding evidence. You got all these other charges still. So I believe that if they are gonna charge the mother, they're gonna get her with some type of child neglect, hindering and aiding in commission of a murder, maybe. That's just a possibility. Maybe they hit them both and they charge them both at the same time. But right now, it sounds like they done cremated this girl. That the autopsy came back, nothing's leaked out of the cause of death. And let me tell you, this always leaks, and nothing's leaked. The only thing that's leaked is a picture of her body. And if that leaked, come on, we're going to get some information. If they're leaking pictures of her body, you don't think we would hear the cause of death? And we ain't heard that yet. That's a little strange. Dolly.
Hi, it's Crime Stories Obsessed.
What's up, Crime Stories?
Hi, congratulations on your 36,000.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we just hit it today, like 36,000. It's growing.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. How's everything going with you?
Yeah, good. I've been following the case just like you. I just think it's just a matter of time before the mum gets arrested. In my mind, I kind of feel that she knew something was going on. I think she's come home from work, seen more than she should have done. An argument's occurred. I think something's gone on with the mum, and yeah, I think
Maddie told her. I think she told her that stuff was going on, and she knew, and she was just in denial, like didn't believe her. And I think that's why she wanted to file there, because usually you wouldn't want out. First, you would want to tell. Let me tell my mom. She'll protect me. But she wanted out the house. So that, to me, that kind of gave me the sign that maybe she's went to her mom and tried to say something. Her mama didn't believe her, and she don't have nobody to tell. And that's why she went out, And what kid wants away from their parents at 13?
13, it's so young. Honestly, you don't know who you're bringing into the house. You really don't. And these women that are bringing these men home, starting a relationship with them, have they checked their background?
But even though,
always...
if they would have checked his background, he would have came back with a good background. So that's the time. Sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know, because he's a monster that hadn't been caught yet. And look, I don't think this is the only little girl he may have done this to. I don't think you wake up one day and all of a sudden you like kids. I think he had been liking, and he's probably done this with other people. And maybe this has happened to him when he was a child.
Yeah, I agree.
Abusers,
it comes from somewhere.
People that are abused sometimes become the abuser. And maybe when he was a child, this happened to him. I mean, and he's a weirdo like that, and he's going to victimize somebody else because it happened to him.
I know it's a controversial topic, and I won't go into too much detail, but did you see the crime scene photo?
Yes.
Now, there's not much on it, but what I did see was that she was wearing jeans and a green jumper, from what I can see, which is not the school uniform that her mum said she saw her getting ready in.
Yes.
For school that day.
And the mother said she's seen her. She also said she's seen her, but the police, according to the police, she was dead at the time she would have seen her. So how is that possible? There's totally inconsistent statements in what the mother's saying, and her lack of emotion wiping up dry tears.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of time before they turn up at her door. Like, it's a matter of time. I think, anyway.
I don't know what the charges would be. Right now, I would just say, child neglect is what I see her guilty of, just in line to law enforcement, which is a charge itself. Kayla, she did 13 months on a line to law enforcement. So, I mean, she should be charged with something, but they're probably going to use her, and that's the reason they haven't arrested her.
Yeah. And you know what? There are all these cases that have gone on recently, as Elijah, Madeline, and all the parents have been arrested for neglect charges. What happened with the Summer Wells case? Why didn't they get arrested on neglect charges? Like, something going on there. And I know we're not talking about that tonight, but
Yeah.
it just makes me think of that more, because all these parents in all these different cases are getting arrested. And it's like, well, what about Summer?
Yeah. I mean, different police report places handle things differently. You know, Cody Bixby trial I've been covering here. He got charged with 30 counts of shit, you know, like child neglect. Every time he left a kid alone, he was charged. If you know, the only thing I can think of is she's going to be a witness. And that's the reason they haven't charged her with any kind of child neglect at this time.
Yeah.
And there's that possibility, you know, I'm 10% on this, that this woman may not have known. You know, she may not have honestly known, but I think that's a hard reach, especially like I said, the lack of emotion, how she like cuddled him when he was upset. She seemed more worried about him than she did her own daughter to me.
Yeah.
So
Totally. Well, I'll drop down so other people can come on, but I just wanted to say hi. Congratulations.
oh, thank you. And good luck with your channel.
You're welcome.
I'll make sure I stop by sometime.
Oh, thank you. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Peace.
Bye. Peace.
Guys, that's Crime Stories Obsessed. If you have it, go check out her channel. She has an awesome channel, so make sure you go add her, sub her up. Tell her Dolly sent you. Okay. Dolly.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So I'm Holly, and I'm calling from Baltimore.
Hey, Holly. The murder capital of the East Coast, huh?
Yeah, and I live in the hood, Baltimore.
Do you?
City,
I
right
think
there.
it's all hood.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to the park. I went and seen they had Jane's Addiction and somebody Clutch, I think it was. Somebody played a shindig they have around that area every year. And I went to I had a good time. And, you know, I didn't get shot, thank God.
Oh, well, that was a good thing. But so I think the mother knew. So I had a friend of mine growing up. We were in middle school, and she told her mother that her boyfriend would touch her. And it normally happened when they would come home and they had a little bit of alcohol in them. But the mother never believed her.
Yeah.
And the mother to this day, now mind you, I'm in my 40s, the mother is still with this guy, but didn't believe her own daughter about saying that the boyfriend would touch her.
Yeah, it's because she didn't want to lose that relationship. She didn't want to believe it. She probably believed it. She just chose not to.
Yeah. So, you know, growing up, she was a little bit on the rough edge. But no matter what, if my kid came to me, husband, wife, whatever I was married to, boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend, and my child came to me and said, Mom, this person touched me, he wouldn't be alive.
Oh, yeah.
I would be in jail.
Yeah, my mom, if I would have came to my mom and said some dude said something weird or tried to do something inappropriate with me, my mom would have snapped off like a man. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know my dad, but my mom wasn't going to let none of that shit happen to me. There's one thing she protected. That was me.
Yes, I would kill someone for that reason. Unalive, sorry.
Yeah.
But I do believe the mother knew, but she didn't want to lose the boyfriend.
Yeah. And
I think
she seemed more caring about him when he was crying, which was odd as shit. And she was like, oh, and I knew right then. I was like, something's wrong. Like, seriously wrong.
I believe it. And that mother, sorry, but any mother that doesn't believe or knows or, you know, they would be a piece of shit. I mean,
yeah.
And them type of mothers that don't want to believe it or know about it or whatever.
She's probably one of those mothers.
Have kids again.
She probably treats her kid like a piece of furniture. You know, you're just there. You know, there's more. You know, I hate that. Like, you know, you don't pay no attention.
Because her story doesn't add up.
And then probably would think she's the greatest mama ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't.
I mean, has has any of the other family members spoke out about any of this?
Alleged family members, and they're all making it out to seem creepy. But we don't know for a fact that they're real family members because everybody on the internet is a damn weirdo, and they will say that they're the damn John F. Kennedy. You know, you never know in this situation.
But with her being a minor, they may not release the autopsy.
Yeah, and that's what a
Because
lot of
she's a
people said.
minor.
But what about Audrey Cunningham? Just last week, we found out the cause of death, the autopsy, everything. The police were so transparent in Texas. The Rangers, they just boom, boom, boom.
Well, I mean, maybe Florida's a little bit tight, maybe.
I think a lot of these people, even they put out these, so there won't be rumors. A lot of police have been doing that lately. Let's clear up these rumors on their web pages. Yeah. So there ain't a whole bunch of speculation because the police are starting to learn, hey, how to deal with the internet. If you don't give information, then we'll be out here speculating, and that's worse than giving us information. Okay, because you don't want bad information going out. You want good information going out. And as soon as you're not transparent, that's when misinformation starts spreading right there. Mm-hmm. They're transparent.
Yeah, I mean,
the real information gets out.
It's just sick.
Yeah. It's just, the best thing I can say to people.
It hurts so bad to see these children have to grow up and live in certain homes where their family don't care for them or want them or, don't want to believe some of the stuff that they tell them.
Yeah. And not only that, if you don't want a kid, there's so many people out here that can't have children that would love to have a kid,
Yep.
And you see parents just sling their kid in the trash, like little Quentin Simon. I would love to have a son. I'd have took Quentin Simon.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That kid would have had a
he was adorable.
Life. He'd be right here, right now, podcasting with me, helping me edit, all kinds of stuff. That kid was just never given a chance in life. And you never know how great that kid could have been. And it's because of greed. She didn't want the baby. Kids. She didn't want the baby. She just didn't want nobody else to have the baby.
Nope. And kids could be kids. They drive you crazy, whatever. I got 2 girls, and I'd be damned if they don't have my attitude and smart mouth and things like that. But, at the end of the day, they're still my kids, and I love them to death. And anything would happen, Maryland is a conceal and carry now. So they wouldn't last in my arms.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, I appreciate you coughing. Be damn careful in damn Maryland.
That's all right. Like I said, conceal and carry.
I got you. All right. Peace.
All right, bye.
I was walking through Baltimore. Look, they told me how bad it was, right? And I'm like, man, I'm from Norfolk. This shit ain't that bad. I got to Baltimore, and I didn't know what an Uber was at the time. Okay, this is pre-Uber. They had just started Ubering. I had asked the lady that I was staying with. She said, yeah, I had got out of Uber and got robbed for my groceries, right? And I was like, where was she at? And she was like, the front door of her house. Hold on, callers. Let me share a story. So I'm thinking, right out this front door that we're staying at? And I looked outside. It didn't look that bad. But the next day I had to go to the store, and I was thinking, okay, I'll walk to the store. I started walking through the store. You know how any neighborhood is. You can be in an okay area, and you take one block move, and you in damn some shit that looked like it was out of a third world country. I thought I was going to die. I made it about 2.5 blocks from that house, and I said, whatever I need from the store is not worth my life. I turned back around and went back. I ain't never done that in my whole life. Okay. I've never been like, oh, hell no. Nah. Okay. This is too bad for me. And I've been some bad Chicago. Yeah, I was like, this shit is bad. Let me turn around. I'm going to die. Okay. Now I know why they call this shit the murder capital of the East Coast. Let me get back to where I'm safe because this is stupid. Okay. This whatever I need ain't that important. But, other than that, I had a great time. I didn't get killed. But yeah, y'all need some going on there. That is for sure. Okay. That is for sure. Now y'all can call. I just wanted to share that Baltimore story, and a homeless dude snatched my piece of pizza out of my hand. Can't make it up. I cannot make it up. I was just spent like $30 on slices of pizza. Dude walked by, snatched right out my hand. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Dolly.
Hello there.
Hey.
Hey, Dolly. This is Jean from North Carolina again.
How's it going?
Okie dokie. I have a couple of questions or thoughts I wanted to present to you.
Say that one time.
Well, earlier in the show, you were saying something about they had buried her, or she had been cremated. Well, I've looked, and I can't find that, but I do find where they had a service for everyone on March the 6th at a church, but it wasn't.
That's
for
when they
everyone.
That's when they say they laid her to rest. That was on her GoFundMe page that was made by, was it Stephan Soto? I think that's who made it. I might be wrong.
But it doesn't say that though. It doesn't say that when I read it, it just said that was for everyone to a memorial for everyone to.
No, on the GoFundMe page, it said that she was laid to rest, surrounded by her family and friends, close friends, in a private service on the 6th.
Wow. Whose Facebook?
It's on the GoFundMe page. It was updated yesterday, and it said she was laid to rest on the 6th in a private service, surrounded by friends and close family. I mean, close friends and family.
Well, is that on Stephanie's Facebook or just?
That's on the GoFundMe page. When you click on the GoFundMe, they raised almost $17,000, and on the GoFundMe page it says updated on the 7th, and then it says she was laid to rest on the 6th, surrounded by close friends and family in a private service.
Okay, well, I just don't understand why they're keeping that so secret.
I know.
Along with everything.
I know.
They're keeping this everything. They're making everything so secret. They're making it hard for YouTubers to come out there and just, we're not out here trying to keep everything alive. We're trying to get truthful answers, and it seems to me that they need to come on and let us know something. What they did with Audrey. I mean, we knew everything going on. And
completely transparent. I agree. There wasn't a whole lot of speculating. Everybody was bringing news, information that was right, and then.
Well, let me just ask you this before I go. Do you suppose, I mean, it's really not our fault for asking these questions and calling in no more than it is for you to answer only what you can because of speculations.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's trying to come up with a way, an answer, or why not. Do you think because she had been going through a lot of abuse by him that Sunday, the night that she had her birthday, and he was supposed to, I think, take her home?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what he was supposed to do? Do you think
allegedly?
He may have
I don't know. I don't know what their arrangement was. I just know he was at the birthday party with her. He was to take her home.
And the mother supposedly was at work.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I'm just wondering if he sexually assaulted her that night, and she took herself out, and he realized that if he called anybody, that it would expose he had sex with her, and he would be in trouble. So he disposed of the body.
There is that possibility, there is that possibility.
Because you can get to the point where you can't take it no more.
Well, we're going to find out. I will find out when the charges come down.
Yeah.
There's definitely more charges coming, because if anything, they still got to charge him with disposing of a body, lying to authorities, distilling, all them other charges. Even if she unalived herself, he would still get hit with all these charges. But I'm thinking he's done this, and it's time for him to pay the piper.
It's just each day that it gets longer. It makes me think there's something more going on that, they're working on.
Yeah.
That is going to probably shock the socks off from us.
I hope not. How much more shocking can it get than this? If it gets any more shocking than this, I'm going to be like, damn.
Well, I've heard that Florida's pretty tight when it comes to the cause of death and things like that. They may not, because she was underage anyway. But then, like you said, it could get leaked out. And also something that someone on the show said earlier, when I had my first child, I did not start showing until I was 7 months pregnant. You would never known I was pregnant.
Yeah, that's how my baby's mom was.
Yeah. So, you really can't tell in that picture of her with the blue thing in her hand.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
We got a little delay. My baby's mom was real skinny too. Skinny, like small. And you couldn't tell till she was at least, I would say 4 months, 5 months pregnant.
We just have so many questions, and it's because we really care about what happened to that little girl. It's not because we're nosy. We just want justice for everyone who was involved in her unlived her. I mean, it's just what we all want here.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I wish the police or whoever who's going to, do their job to come out and at least let the people know. If not, YouTube's going to continue until they do get answers.
That's right. That's exactly how it works.
That's the way I see it. I don't go to the news. I go to YouTube.
There
I go to Dolly.
You go to Dolly. Hey, look.
I know Dolly's going to find out because
I'm going to try to anyway.
Yes, sir. Well, you have a good evening. I'll let you go now. I just wanted to bring that little thought to you.
All right. Peace.
Okay. Bye-bye. Peace.
All right. Last call tonight, guys. Of today, anyway. Dolly. Dolly.
Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, this is Angel in waiting. I'm not going to keep you long, so you can take another caller if you want. But I just want to say, the undoing of her own of herself is interesting, but I doubt that.
I doubt.
But also, I would say I think she had to be unalived, and I wrote this in messages. I don't know if you read it, but I think she was unalived in the morning because if you think about rigor mortis setting in, it sets in 8 to 10 miles, 8 to 10 hours after the demise. So that would be hard for him to carry her out, because then after that, it takes 8 to 10 hours for it to, release itself. So the timeline of him getting rid of her would not fit with that. Just throwing that out. I'm going to get out of here. You can say what you got to say and take another caller if you want. Love you.
Okay. You have a good one. Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's close that. Okay. That was the last call. And look, this is what I think, guys. It's so hard to judge by that. This man had to had some motive. And that's really more of what the discussion was about today is what reason would this man have to do the things that he done? I really don't truly like saying people are looking at this picture and judging by a picture. I just think there's no way to tell. This could just be a young lady going through changes. But a lot of people, and you heard that for yourself today, think that this may be the case. And it would give a good motive, or maybe he's just a monster and he just chose this day. It could be something just as simple as that. Does the mom know? I'm still 90-10. That's what I was yesterday. I think she has some knowledge. I think a lot of the internet believes she has some knowledge. It ain't just me. And if she isn't guilty of this at all, prayers to that lady, she's going through a terrible, terrible thing, so I pray we wrong. And she's, she don't know. And she was just working hard and trying to protect her daughter. I hope that's the case, but slowly it seems like that ain't. So it appears that they've had a service for her. Now, I don't know if they've released a body or if they had a service without a body, because they do that. They do have services without bodies. I don't know. It sounds like they've done what they've wanted, needed to do, and they've laid this little girl to rest. The mother, if everybody was out here saying the things that are being said, I would have to come out and address the public and let people know I had no knowledge of this. I wouldn't take part in this. I would clear up some of the rumors. As of now, this woman hasn't lawyered up. that I know of, but she hasn't said anything. So we don't know. She may be in communications with lawyers and they've been like, hey, shut up. Don't say anything else. Because what you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. All right. So that this is what the jury's going to be watching, you up there fake shaking and lying. And we don't know if they're going to use her as a witness against Stephan Sterns. The state makes deals with the devil all the time. Now, I ain't saying this lady's the devil, because there's 10% of me that says, hey, this lady didn't have not shit to do with this. And she's just an innocent victim too. You know, the other day it was 50-50. Then it was, you know, I'm still going to try to give her the benefit of doubt that there's probably some way, somehow this lady didn't know, which would be like, I don't know how. I just really don't. But just devil's advocate, you know, since everybody went at this lady today. If you are innocent, man, the internet has put this lady through some shit. But usually the internet's right. If you look at the odds of the internet, usually when the internet gives people hell, the majority is usually right. So many people are usually not wrong. And from the very jump, when I was like, oh, let's give it a bit, everybody was like, nope, we ain't doing that. So my question for the replay crew today, should we at this point still give this woman the benefit of the doubt? Yes or no? And you guys in the side chat, I want you to answer this question after the video's done. Should we give this lady any benefit of the doubt? That is my question for everybody in the replay crew. Don't put your questions in the side chat live. Wait till the video's over. Leave it in the comment box down below. There's 1,500 of you here. If you haven't, like the video, comment, subscribe if you're watching. We just hit 36,000 subscribers, right? We were just at 35. So thank you guys so much. We're going to continue to bring you awesome videos. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. So if you're out there in the ether and you ain't subbed up this channel yet, make sure you sub it up. And I'll see you guys. I don't know if I'm going to see you tonight. Me and PJ, it's Friday night. We're going out and partying. I don't know what we're doing, but I may see you, may not. But until next time, peace.